All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming you to the Champions League final, and this is where you're going to be getting the best of the best. All you need to know about the Champions League final that is going to be played this Saturday on the 31st of May 2025, where Inter Milan, the Italian sensational club, will be playing up against Paris Saint-Germain from France. It is going to be a great final. It is going to be really mouth-watering. So you just have to keep it sports entertainment lens for the best of the analysis. And here is what you really need to know. Talking about the two coaches, that is Luis Enrique of Paris Saint-Germain. We all remember he had a very good tenure with Barcelona, where he won a treble back in 2016, winning the Copa del Rey, winning the Champions League, and also winning the La Liga back in 2016. So he becomes a historical manager if at all he walks away with the 2025 Champions League gong with Paris Saint-Germain, a club that is chasing the very first title of the UEFA Champions League. So it will mean he managed to win a treble with Barcelona back in 2016, and he is also chasing another treble with the French giants. But it won't be an easy journey for Luis Enrique, because he will be taking on Simone Inzaghi, a coach at Inter Milan or Internazionale Milan, a club that is also vying very hard to walk away with the fourth Champions League title. We all remember that Inter Milan have managed to win a treble back in 2010 when they were with the gaffer Jose Mourinho. We remember they managed to win the Coppa d'Italia. They also managed to win the Scudetto, that is the Serie A, and they won the Champions League back in 2010. So this time around, it is a different story. What we are looking at today is a side that is chasing a record fourth title of the UEFA Champions League from Italy, that is Inter Milan. And the coach in Simone Inzaghi wants to lift his very first Champions League title as manager, but he will first of all have to battle up against the tactician in Luis Enrique. We've already seen people in Milan getting themselves ready for this one, and Andres Iniesta, the Barcelona superstar, the midfield sensational, I must say, a tremendous midfielder and the midfield maestro, managed to walk in with the replica of the UEFA Champions League title down in Germany. And very many people managed to go down there and give it a glimpse of an eye to get to understand what exactly the UEFA Champions League title looks like. So, giving you some of the in-depth analysis, we need to understand that two managers with two different tactics will be in this one. Simone Inzaghi with a 3-5-2 formation, 3 defenders, 5 midfielders and 2 strikers, will be playing up against a Paris Saint-Germain Luis Enrique, who comes with a 4-3-3 formation, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders and 3 strikers. So where is the catching point? The catching point in this final is the fact that we are going to be seeing a midfield battle. Remember, with 5 midfielders, Simone Inzaghi utilizes Henrik Mkhitaryan and Nico Barella supporting Calhanoglu. Calhanoglu is one midfield general from Turkey. So we are going to be seeing the 3 battle up with Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz and Neves in that midfield area. So it is going to be a battle of 3 up against 3. However, we take a look at a 5-man midfield from Inter Milan's gaffer, that is Simone Inzaghi. On the wings, we shall be taking a look at Di Marco and Dumfries playing for that Inter Milan wing play. So it is going to be kind of tricky. Dumfries and Di Marco will be fitting themselves into that midfield battle to make sure they do not give Vitinha and Neves any playing time, or Fabian Ruiz any playing time in that midfield. However, As we take a look at the strikers from both sides, we cannot forget talking about Lautaro Martinez, the World Cup winner with Argentina back in 2002. And we cannot undermine his presence at the Inter Milan side because he's been very sensational. He's been very pivotal in Inter Milan's qualification for the UEFA Champions League final 2025. He will be partnering with Thuram, the man from France. The Frenchman will be out there to haunt the French side, PSG or Paris Saint-Germain. However, even Paris Saint-Germain will be coming through with a very good striking line, where we take a look at a probable starting three up front that will be having the likes of Dembele, then Kvaratskhelia and Bakola. The three gentlemen are all very skillful, very talented, but a man to watch out for, Shat 7, the Georgian midfielder or the Georgian attacker, that is Kvaratskhelia, will be a man to watch. However, the French side in Paris Saint-Germain also come through with an Italian goalkeeper. That is Gianluigi Donnarumma. He will be the man in the posts for the Paris Saint-Germain side, as we shall be taking a look at Soma in the goal posts for Inter Milan. So just run down to the comment section. Tell us what you think and give us your prediction of what you think the UEFA Champions League final will look like. Two managers that are very tactical are the gentlemen that we shall be giving a glance when it gets to the time or the D-Day of the UEFA Champions League. I want to send big regards to Pavilion Events down at Equatorial Mall. That is Pavilion Events Uganda at Equatorial Mall, William Street. You can reach out to them to make your day or event a graceful one or a big one. But we cannot forget talking about SMP Tours and Travel. These are your perfect travel partners. You need them once you want to travel across Africa, in Uganda, or across the globe. Could be Canada. You just have to link up with SMP Tours and Travel Uganda. Then we also need to understand that we are powered by Max Media. Max Media are where you get the best of the tips. You just go to the website www.maxtips.ug for the best of the tips. I say www.maxtips.ug. That is the best of tips, more so for you, the gentlemen that would love to know how to predict and how to get your scores right. It is www.maxtips.ug. I want to salute everybody in the production team tonight. Julius Kawuzi and Nasa Mokasa of Uganda. Thank you very much for being a part of Sports Entertainment Lens. Simply go down to the subscribe button and click onto the notifications button and tap all. So you will be getting all the videos as we make them from our Sports Entertainment Lens studio. Thank you very much and keep it locked.